Hello everyone, Graz here once again. Sorry I sound extremely different. After getting the flu, I had gotten my vocal cords really mangled up by the remnants, so I'm sounding completely different. I apologize in advance. It's been really hard to do videos lately, but I'll do the best I can. And speaking of lately, I've been discussing topics for newer and inexperienced players, and it won't be long before patch 1.3 will be available for everyone. So today, I'll talk a little bit about expert mode, what to expect, how to proceed, and how to succeed. For those who don't know already, expert mode is not like hard mode. Expert is something you select at world creation and gets progressively challenging as you go forward into hard mode. One of the biggest advantages we'll talk about first is the loot and treasure bags. With expert mode, two things happen with loot. First, harder to obtain loot will have a slightly higher drop rate, even though mobs will be a little tougher. And second, killing bosses will drop treasure bags instead of just dropping loot everywhere. Each boss has a specific expert mode accessory or item that's 100% guaranteed to be in that bag. I find this to be very helpful as it keeps collecting things so much easier once the battle is over, and the bag allows you to get your inventory cleared before collecting your prizes. Of all expert bosses, the Moon Lord is the only one who has a guarantee to drop 2 special items in the treasure bag, and it should be noted at this time, the Lunatic Cultist does not have an obtainable treasure bag. Treasure bags for hard mode bosses have a 5% chance to obtain a random set of developer items inside. These items have been scaled accordingly, so for instance, Red's wings no longer give players infinite flight, they've been scaled back. The sets still look amazing and are great to collect if you're a big fan of the game. The biggest thing about expert mode is the difficulty. The first thing you'll notice is that slimes have more hit points than before. Enemies will now have twice as much health, do twice as much damage, and even resist knockback slightly more as well. Some mobs even have new attacks, like bats having the ability to inflict the feral bite debuff. Zombies can now carry zombie arms and use them as powerful weapons, so be careful of this early because they can do a lot of damage. There is much more, but again, the upside of these changes is that now harder to farm items have a higher chance to drop because of the increased difficulty. Both enemies and bosses have new AIs with a higher difficulty attack pattern. It's very easy to get lulled into a false sense of security against the likes of the Eye of Cthulhu and the Eater of Worlds. But both of these foes have some new moves that can catch unsuspecting players off guard quickly. Most of the bosses have at least one new move or technique that you'll have to be aware of, and in some ways, it can force you to change the way you would normally play against those bosses. The best way to approach expert mode is by taking a cautious approach until you've become more comfortable in your surroundings. By taking your time and making sure to keep up on your armor and weapons, you give yourself the best chance to succeed. Food, potions, and any other buffs are a must for boss fights. You don't want to let a boss linger too much during a fight, since their increased strength can still rend you to pieces. Prepare for a challenge if you enjoy multiplayer as well, since mobs and bosses will be buffed with every extra player that joins the game. With enough people, it is very possible to have a fight with the Moon Lord, whom will have over 1 million hit points. Most players will probably enjoy this aspect eventually, but maybe not at first. But it does add an extra layer to the multiplayer platform, making cooperation more important now than before. While expert mode will provide you with some unique challenges, it will also help develop your gameplay skills as well in a variety of ways. The biggest thing to remember is to take your time and prepare, because a lot of the bosses and hard mode enemies will hit hard. You will need to find your comfort zone, and in order to do that, it will take time and preparation in the game to be ready. For instance, one great accessory for the Eye of Cthulhu fight is the Hermes boots, which are great for mobility and dodging the Eye's new rapid attack pattern toward the end. Exploring early is important, as well as filling your life meter. Having 400 hit points against the Eater of Worlds or the Brain of Cthulhu is very helpful, along with food and buff potions. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I've actually had to record this over a few days when I got my voice together, so I apologize for the lateness and the lack of videos. We'll try to get back on track here soon. I've been told to keep my voice rested, though it's going to be a challenge to say the least. Anyway, once again, thank you all for your support and your understanding. If you're a new viewer, be sure to subscribe because we will have more videos coming in the future. Tune in tomorrow when we'll hopefully have another video up. Thank you for the support. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time. The video's over, but there's more where that came from. Be sure to subscribe for more Terraria Let's Plays, Top 5s, and other videos as well as we cover different titles. You can click on one of the videos here for more. Be sure to rate this video accordingly as it helps the channel out greatly. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time.